Welcome back to the Celtics Nation Rise podcast. I'm your host, Griffin Aldridge.
And I'm Ryan Barley, aka RZB Sports.
And I'm your co-host, Kyle Sullivan.
We got a special guest on today.
Yes, sir.
What
Glad
up?
you're
Yeah.
back, bro. Appreciate you having me.
Heck yeah, bro. It's always a pleasure to have you back on the podcast. You're back. How's it feel? How's it feel to be back?
Feels good, man. Be on this side of the world, man. I get to watch Celtics games at 7 o'clock, and so it's great, man. That's been the best part. It's like I barely followed any of the NBA really while I was over there. It was tough. It was like the games wouldn't start until like 1 or 2. So it's like I'd just be like I'd be out of it by the time halftime rolls around. It's
How
like
many how many games did you watch?
I watched the opener.
Got
And then
you.
I watched the Golden State game.
Oh, that was a tragic one
That
to
was a
watch.
Yeah,
tragedy.
yeah,
I
so
stayed up for no reason. She was ass. And then I don't know. I stayed up for like one other game, but it's like I was just pretty much like if I was up that late, I was out, So it was like
Oh yeah,
I wasn't tripping about it.
for sure, for sure. But we're 27-10. How are we all feeling? Let's start off with Kyle. How we feeling?
I feel pretty good. I mean, we're what? I think we have like two more losses than last season where we were at, I
Yep.
think.
I put that on my story. It was a thing. Celtics fans don't panic. Last year we were 28-8 at
And
this
and
time.
there's something I saw something that where we had like the best road record, I think, in the league too.
Yeah, I think we're 14-4 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
for
something
Chip
like that.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I think we look still pretty good. Obviously Cleveland has been really good, but we're
but
still
get
we're
to that.
still right there, like we're still a top three team in the league.
Yeah, regardless, right now, when it comes game for game, a best of seven series, Celtics on top. I don't care
Yeah,
if Cleveland has
of course.
home court advantage. I know their starting lineup is not going to be able to keep up with our starting lineup through seven games. It'll be a tight series. So, yeah, I still have the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference. The Cavaliers are being overlooked. Honestly, they are being overlooked.
Yeah.
They are very challenging, but we're all good. We're in a good situation.
Yeah.
I think we just proved that with the road trip that we had. Up against the Nuggets, completely blew out the Rockets, and the Rockets are not at the bottom of the Western
No, yeah, they're
Conference.
a good team. They're like
They're at,
second seed in
Yeah.
the West. Yeah, they're a good
right,
team.
exactly. They're at the top,
Yeah,
and yeah, we lost to the Thunders, but things happen, and I think the Celtics are doing just fine right now.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't be happier with the road trip. I mean, Jokic lists Nuggets. It's like you have to win that game. So I'm
Oh yeah,
glad we pulled that one out. And then, but the Rockets win was like the most impressive win I think of the season so far
yeah,
for me. It's like back to back, we just kill those guys in their own building, and Tatum does his thing, and so it's like I'm not
yeah.
really tripping about it. We just need to stay healthy. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, I think Drew Holiday is more of a key than Chris Apps because Drew.
Ryan was actually talking about that.
Yeah,
Ryan was saying, okay, because he was talking about how originally Drew Holiday, all right, maybe he's an issue, but then he apologized and he's like, Porzingis is the issue. Now, I'm saying this, he gets shaken up after every game. I think
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
mm, what's your guys' opinion on that?
I'm gonna be honest. If we keep him for the next two seasons, he's going to be getting the nickname "washed up." Like, I'm sorry, bro, but Chris Sapp, he's had a good run. Unfortunately, he's one of them athletes who's had injuries. I don't see Brad Stevens keeping this guy on the roster heading into next season
Ooh.
because Brad Stevens, when he has a concern about one of his
Yeah,
players, he's
yeah,
going to try to finesse the NBA, the other teams in the
yeah, of
NBA and
course.
get
Yeah,
some draft picks out of it, but and especially it's because like you don't really have, I mean, we need people at the big man position regardless. We have Al Horford, we have I can't even say his name,
Julius
number
Randle.
88 though. Yeah, I always
Tatum.
forget his name, but yeah,
Yeah,
we have him, we have, other players, but it's like we we need a star at the big man position, and Kristaps was that guy at first, but we got a championship with him, but
Yeah,
it's time to move on from him. And I don't care if he goes out there and drops 40 points in his next game. I'm gonna continue saying that because when you think the long run, it's just he's not the right guy.
I mean, he has a bad injury history for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
I think it's just like it's a tough fine line like you have to walk with him because when he's healthy, which isn't like you said, like a
Yeah,
lot, and it's like but when he is healthy, it's like he's the perfect
yeah,
big for
he's
us.
good. He's a good fit when
Right.
he's healthy.
He's
Like,
a perfect fit. But yeah, like you said, it's just tough because it's like he's rarely ever healthy. So
yeah,
it's like
right.
you gotta
Yeah,
really it really for me depends on how the end of this season goes.
at this point, you gotta just hope that he's healthy for the playoffs. At this
Exactly.
point,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all you can ask for. And it's like I wouldn't be opposed to like giving him the Al Horford treatment some
oh
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Like
like
not
that.
playing him back to
yeah, I
back.
like that too.
I'd like that. And then give Kata some minutes. Dude's a beast, man. And he's like he kind of
he's
reminds me of Rob Williams in some ways. He's like, you know, that aggressor down low. He can block anybody. He'll stand up to anybody. You best like you have Wemby coming down the paint and he's going up with him. Like he's not scared to go up.
yeah,
And
exactly.
he had a great
Yes,
like I don't think he scored much the other night in Denver, but even Scal brought it up. It's like his first minutes in the game, he kind of looked lost out there, but then he really picked it up and he um he just made great plays. I mean, whether it's tipping the ball out for a rebound or making an outlet pass, like he's been doing his thing. I've loved what I've seen from Kata.
And I gotta say this too. Like I was watching that Denver game and I noticed he didn't get a lot of minutes. And I said this in the recap after. He had 8 minutes, had 8 points in those 8 minutes, and he had one steal and shot 80%. Like if you give this guy more time, he's gonna do good things for you, you know? Like he's gonna
Yeah,
be that player that you could kind of transition into an absence for Rob Williams, you know? And I think he, like
yes,
I've said in many
yeah,
podcasts, I think he's a better Robert Williams because instead of Robert Williams suffering with injuries like Porzingis was.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, Kata, obviously, we haven't seen, knock on wood, he hasn't been prone to those injuries, and he's doing what Rob Williams can do.
mhm.
Obviously, not as aggressive with the blocks, I've noticed,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that'll
yeah,
come. But he's also slamming the ball down. He's looking like a Robert Williams. That's what
yeah.
and when it comes to like the power forward position, I mean. Griffin, you already know this, Griffin. Jordan Wash, man, he needs some more minutes, and he's getting them this year. And when he does, he's capitalizing it, for those minutes that he's getting. So yeah, him and that 88 guy, I can't never
Kata,
say his
Kata,
last name.
Kata.
Yeah, Keita.
Yep.
They're the future for sure.
Oh yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah.
I like Kata a lot more than Cornette. I'll tell you that.
The thing is, what I have a
That
question about too is what with Tillman.
yes.
Yeah, I think he's fallen out of the rotation.
They gotta definitely trade him.
I think
Mhm.
I feel like.
they were hoping Tillman would be like not to the extent of like the defensive side, but like just a guy who can
Oh
get you
yeah,
and you know. But Kata kind of came out of nowhere, and I
yeah. I
that's
definitely rather Keita than him for sure.
But you know what I'm saying too, and this is another person too that you should put on the chopping block maybe is Jaden Springer. Now I know we use him as
Yes.
that defensive piece, but I would get rid of him and call up the person that you've had in your organization for the last 3 years, JD Davison. Like as you guys know, I go to so many Maine Celtics game, and as
Yeah.
Ryan has mentioned, this is a guy who's gonna drive into the paint and give
He's
you
a good player. Yeah, he's
He's so
definitely.
good. He just had 40 last game. I know it's the G League. I know it's the
Yeah,
G
but I
League,
mean,
but
did he win like G League MVP or something?
it's
Right?
something like that. Yeah,
He won. I know he won something.
he's crazy. Like, and I think, you drafted him. You put that time in to look at that player and you realize, all right, he could affect your team. Then why aren't you giving him the opportunity he deserved? Because
Hey,
Exactly.
I do have a question. Before we get into like the road trips and how it went for the Boston Celtics, can I ask about if it's possible that Brad Stevens could possibly get an early draft pick for Cooper Flag run next year, possibly?
there's
Like,
no
is
way
that
we're
is
getting
that
Cooper
possible?
Flag.
Like,
There's no way we're getting.
do you think
I
we can
mean,
line up like Kristaps Porzingis and maybe an early draft pick for in the future, not next year, and land a top five pick to have the chance at Cooper, or what y'all think?
No, because I think Cooper's going number one overall,
Mm,
100%. I think
I mean, I
people
think any team that gets the one pick is gonna draft them for
yeah,
sure.
and
They're
The
they're gonna.
Celtics just need a tank. I was playing, I'm playing, I'm
Oh
playing.
no, no. We're going for 19 this year, but let's talk about this road trip. Oh, later on before you go, no one got to see the tattoo. You got to
uh,
show it at some point. You got
I
to show
got I
it at
got
some
you.
point. Um, but let's get into this road trip. Obviously, Ryan and I were right with our predictions. We said that they were going to lose to the Thunder. I said it was either going to be the Thunder or the Nuggets, and that was the case. The Thunder's obviously a really good team, but
Yeah,
that Timberwolves win. Very impressive. The Boston Celtics beat the Timberwolves with a final score of 118 to 115. What do you guys think about that game?
I mean, I think the Timberwolves played great basketball that night, even though they lost. Naz Reid, Anthony Edwards.
no, they did.
They got some good players. Over there on that side, and I think that was just more of a. It's still not Anthony Edwards' time yet in the NBA. A lot of people are wanting to make him the face of the NBA, but people need to realize that it's Jason Tatum, and I think the Celtics are they got the win against the Timberwolves. Humble Anthony Edwards still. He's just not that guy yet. So yeah, I appreciate the Celtics winning that one.
Kept him to 15
And
points.
and that was without JB too, that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Kept
which
him
was
to 15
huge.
points. That's one of those ones that obviously in that starting five documentary, Ant was talking smack about
Yeah,
Tatum.
yeah.
And talking about the Tatum smack, who knows about the Tatum beef that's going on? We gotta mention that real
But
quick.
Brandon Jennings, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Who knows about this? Because I was gonna make a post about it last night, but
I
I'm
think
like,
he said something that he's the softest Celtic superstar ever or something like that, which is crazy.
Okay, that's
Like
funny.
you call him the softest superstar in Celtics history. Meanwhile, he has a championship.
I know.
Yeah.
Like like that's just like I don't know.
There was a thing I saw about points too.
He posted about it on his Instagram too. He said like he like mocked him and he like posted like a photo dump of like the games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely so mad about that, and he's gonna play even better, even more motivated from that.
I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, Jason Tatum's just laughing his butt off on the other side of the phone
Oh yeah,
because when
no
we
for
look
sure.
at when we look at who Brandon Jennings is compared
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Jason Tatum,
Isn't he just a bench player?
it
I've
seems
never.
like a jealousy thing.
It is. It's
yeah.
not.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm ready for MVP Tatum to pop off now. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm ready.
It's there's no way he's not the MVP, right? I mean, he's not. He probably won't win just because of the people on his team
He,
and how good we are, like how many good players we have. But
he's
realistically,
definitely in the conversation. I
he is.
would think.
Like I would think that he should win. Like he should be the runaway favorite right now.
Mhm.
But he's just never gonna win it. It's just
He's
team
I
he's
mean,
on.
with Jokic and Shea and like,
he's
Yeah,
the
but he's
best.
definitely going to be in the running for sure.
He's definitely the best. He's the best small forward in the league.
Oh
And for
yeah,
all the people saying the Jimmy Butler rumors, bro, Celtics don't want nothing to do with that guy.
no, no.
No.
no
No.
good.
No.
You know what? I am worried if he. I wouldn't be a fan of him going to Phoenix, just because.
Really?
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. It's like the only thing that like they could have literally like they could build a super team over there, but I'm never gonna be scared of them because they're the softest team
He
of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
past. Like
KD's getting old and like, yeah,
I
exactly.
say
they're the
whatever
he
Durant
they're
is
the
he
doing.
softest team of the past like decade, dude. Those Suns with Book and all them, but if you bring Jimmy Butler in there, like he's not gonna let any like as much as
Yeah,
I hate Jimmy Butler, it's like he's a dog. Like he's gonna play to win. Like that's the type of mentality you want in your locker room.
I,
And
I I'm gonna give you my hot take right now. I think
with,
Jimmy Butler goes to the Milwaukee Bucks.
What?
wow.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know who they're
I
trading.
could see it. I could definitely see it though.
No, I think
Trade Dame?
trade Dame for him.
Who they trading?
I
Yeah.
can see they could train like Bobby Portis maybe or something like
Yeah,
that.
Doesn't he
I,
have the player option next year?
I wouldn't. I'm not.
I think he does.
You know,
Not doing that if
if
I don't
I
know where he's going.
was
I just hope he doesn't go to the like. I don't. I
I, I heard Grizzlies. They said like I saw something else that he doesn't want to be traded to the Grizzlies though, or I don't know. Like
I would be scared if he went to Golden State, but I think that would fit him.
I
I
could see that too.
I
yeah.
think the Bucks are like the biggest need for him right now. Like that. I mean, dude, that's a nasty lineup.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I still think I would still wouldn't be scared of Milwaukee. They wouldn't have a bench if they trade. I mean, if you keep Dame and it's like I don't know how I wouldn't be. I think the only team that's really could, and I still don't think they're beating us in seven. Like we all
I
said,
could
Wait,
I
who
don't.
is
I
who?
could honestly see Houston too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Houston's another one.
Houston would be. Oh yeah, Houston would be tough.
But speaking of Houston, like you guys mentioned, that blowout win, most impressive one. The Celtics beat them 109 to 86. What's your
Yeah.
thoughts on that game? I actually, you guys are gonna be disappointed in me. What does that mean, Celtics game? But, but let's
Hey,
hear
you
it.
know what's crazy is that at first, I thought the Celtics were, going to go into Houston and lose to their former head coach, the man, the legend of Boston who wanted to sleep with his coworkers. But no, I thought they were gonna lose to the Houston Rockets, and I'm so glad that I was able to just change that decision at the end and choose them losing to the Thunders instead. Like I said, the Rockets are not a bad team anymore. They're in the mix of the top four in the Western Conference. They got Fred Van Vliet over there. They have the villain over there, Dylan Brooks. But yeah, the Celtics definitely just put them in their freaking place. I wonder what the reaction was from the Houston Rockets head coach after that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was honestly anticipating a closer game. I mean, Jalen Green's a beast, Sengun's a beast, and it's like I thought those. I was kind of surprised that they. I thought the Rockets were going to come out to play, and we just kind of. I mean, Jason JT just kind of took over from. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
what? He had Cam Whitmore on him at one point, bro. That's chicken right there, man. Come on, it's like, bro. I don't
yeah,
know what they were doing, but
exactly.
they were. Celtics definitely just I think that's a statement win from them. It's that was kind of mid slump, I
Yeah,
guess. You wanna
I mean
call
that
it.
was a great game, and then you had three guys that scored 20 plus that game too.
Yeah, yeah,
Tatum, White, and Pritchard.
Yeah, I
yeah.
voted Pritchard for MVP that day
Yeah,
because he just like he shot 80% and
yeah,
I
four for
feel like
six from three.
yeah, he was an animal that game. I think that was one of the games where you could say, all right, this is showing flashbacks to the Celtics team last year. That's
Yeah.
like one of those games. But then yet again, Sunday, they turned it around again. Like we see some great moments and then we fall again. But that's part of building a championship team again.
Yeah.
Like we have
Yeah.
to get these kinks out of the hose. And unfortunately, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings after the main Celtics game. I know. I've been to 8 out of 10 this year already. It's bad. But we don't talk about that addiction. Uh, so I was at Buffalo Wild Wings with my brother, and it looked like we had it, but we just fell fast. Like we fell fast, and we only had 15 points in the third quarter and 12 in the fourth quarter. Like, you can't do that to win against that Thunder team. You
Oh
can't.
yeah.
You need to have the best third and fourth quarter of the game.
The,
Those should be your
yeah, and the
time.
thing is, yeah, the thing is too. Like we were playing, like we were up at halftime. Weren't we up? I think we were up at halftime. Like we were
Oh,
like playing
good.
good. Like we were up at least at like 12 at one point. I think 12, 15 points.
Mhm. Like,
And the second half, like they just like they were playing good defense, and like that's why they're the best team in the West right now. They're on a tear.
so I'm seeing a stat. We are up by 13 at 1:15 in the second quarter.
13.
So going into the half, we are up by 13.
Yeah.
And then you blew it, and the Thunder was up by 13 with 40.9 remaining in the game. Come on.
The
Like,
thing is too with that game, we were missing a lot of threes. We were missing we were
we were
missing
not
shots that we
playing.
usually make.
Yeah, I feel like on a good day, we would have crushed the Thunder on that day because we were playing like that first quarter, we were
Oh
playing.
yeah.
But then I don't know what happened at halftime. Even Porzingis said we played dumb. Like he was like, "Oh, we played
Yeah.
stupid. Like we did not do what the Celtics do, you know?"
Because
I
no one shot good from three, like
no.
at all.
No.
That game. 1 for 6, 2 for 11, White, 0 for 4 from Holiday, 1 for 6 from KP. I mean, that was overall just not a good
Yeah.
shooting
And
performance.
the Thunders didn't even have Chet Holmgren in the lineup, and
And
one of
Caruso.
their yeah, and Caruso, like their best defender on that team. So it's kind of like, whoa, like the whoa, what happened? And I mean, like Griffin said, the Celtics will have those games where, they'll go play two or three phenomenal games and then just drop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't fear that happening in the playoffs.
Mm-mm.
It did happen with Miami a few times in the playoffs where we fell off,
Yeah, and the thing
completely
is, like,
the next game.
if there's
But
one game, yeah, if there's one game like we don't shoot well, like it's one out of a 7 game series. Like, it's good.
right,
That's gonna have to happen 4 times for us to get eliminated in the playoffs. Like, and
exactly.
and usually like we're a really good shooting team. Like we're number one in the league in 3 points made and 3 points attempted. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right. I
I
like the
will.
way we play on, obviously, but if it happens in one game, whatever, you move on. Like it happens. Every team has bad shooting nights. It's a part of basketball.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I
Yeah.
will say this about those two teams, Thunder and Celtics. I mean, it's going to be so much fun watching them play these next like
Oh
five.
yeah,
I mean, this is going to be. That's my finals matchup.
yeah,
Uh,
Ooh,
I can see
ooh,
that.
early finals match. I like that.
yeah, that's my finals matchup right there, and
I agree with him. I
I
think
would
so too.
love to watch that. That'd be
Yeah. I think it's going to come down to the Thunders and Timberwolves, one of those two teams battling it out for
yeah.
the Western
Timberwolves.
Conference and for the Eastern Conference, it's going it's I don't know.
Celtics fan. It's the Celtics.
It'll definitely be the Boston Celtics, but we'll see who their opponent is for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
just don't.
Probably the
Which
huh?
I don't. The Wolves should have never traded Cat, man. That was
Oh, that was a
still
brutal trade.
weird they did that. That was like that set them back like another year or two.
I know a Knicks fan, and
Not
he's like, I have no
honestly.
idea why they traded us Cat. Like that was like the stupidest trade they ever could have done.
Yeah.
Like,
Guy's a bucket.
Hmm. Do you
Right?
guys see? But Ant's starting to turn it up in Minnesota. Did you guys see that bracelet he
Yeah.
got?
yeah,
I don't-
from the kid, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
there
that.
was a kid
Yeah,
with
the dude.
cancer, and
Yeah,
he's been turning up ever since then. He said he's gonna wear that for the rest of his career. I don't want to bash on that, but like, what if you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean that would be cool if he does keep his promise, but like,
That's
I,
hard. That's
I don't,
hard.
I don't really see him wearing
He
that.
ain't wearing that shit the rest of his career.
Yeah,
He's
no
not
way.
No,
wearing that
I didn't
every
want to
game.
say
Come
it.
on
I didn't
now.
want to say it, but that's how it is.
He
No,
got he's
he's
Yeah,
going to go
not.
shower. He's going to go shower and drop it on the shower floor and then be like,
I
"Oh,
was
I
gonna like break
forgot.
or
Uh,
I
something.
lost it."
Or
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna. What if it snaps? He's gonna
yeah.
go steal
like
his.
those things are like rubber
Bro, he's gonna
bands.
throw
Like,
hands if someone rips that shit. It's gonna go snap someone's
I
chain.
I
He's
wouldn't
gonna
want
be
to mess
like,
with Ant. You guys hear him, right? You guys,
yeah,
he's crazy.
it's
Oh,
great.
I know he talks smack, but I guarantee he's a dog. Like he wants to be in the NFL, man.
Nah, bro, ain't no NBA player. I've hate no NBA player could ever be in the NFL, bro. They're so soft.
No, no, they couldn't. But there's certain players where they should
LeBron probably
like G
could.
League players. Like, have you ever?
Yeah,
I see Kayvon Pippen a lot, and I'm thinking every
yeah,
time I watch him, I'm like, yo, this guy's in the wrong sport. This
yeah,
guy is in the wrong sport. Like he's so big and stuff. It's
yeah.
funny. Another thing I'm sorry, I will shut up about the Maine Celtics. I know that's all I do. Listen, that's why I need to move to Boston because I'll be so into the Celtics. But like this
Yeah.
is close to me, so it's like, you know,
Hey, can I ask one question?
yeah.
yeah.
As a guy from Charlotte, North Carolina, wh- why do y'all not talk about LaMelo Ball as much?
He's a dog, man. I don't know. I'm
I
wondering
like
the same
Lamelo.
thing.
I think he's gonna pop off again because his brother made that song Tweaking.
That
Oh,
man, that man's been
Overrated.
popping off, bro. What? Come on.
No, no,
that
no.
song's fire.
I'm saying I disagree. That
You
song
don't
is
like that song? I love that song.
I agree with Griffin. That song is so trash,
it
bro.
is. All right, Jack,
It's everywhere.
settle the argument.
Dude, it's all over
Settle the
social
argument.
media.
It's
Uh,
catchy for sure.
I haven't. I honestly, I'll be honest. I haven't heard the full song, but I've heard the snippet, like the
Uh,
chorus
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a
on TNT.
swerve.
I'm gonna spend the
Like
corner.
Whoa.
they played it
Whoa,
on
whoa.
TNT the other night. It was
Bro, it's
great.
just the thing. It's just the thing about the Hornets. Like, bro, they could be so good if they would, build around Lamelo and Brandon Miller. Like, those are the
Yo,
Yeah,
Oh
two
yeah.
bro.
freaking.
wait,
Those
what
are, bro.
happened with
Those
you
are
and
two
Miles
good.
Bridges? Why'd you delete
Huh?
that video?
Oh yeah, I saw that with
Oh,
Miles Bridges. Yeah.
Tell Jack what happened.
respectfully, I talked to Miles Bridges' manager, and we had a few conversations back and forth, and we're hoping to get something set up. And so in the meantime, they caught me posting it on social media, and they gave me a reason why they, were a little upset about, me posting it.
Okay.
And all the rumors that were said about Miles Bridges, how they're false and how he has like a bad reputation because of everything,
Oh yeah.
that's going on. So respectfully, I did what I needed to do while I wait and see if he's going to follow through with his word. But I do have a timetable. If I don't, if he doesn't follow through with his word, I don't get something set up, by a certain time, I will definitely post it. It's in my archives. It's not going nowhere. It's in the
Yeah, you
archives
heard
right
it here
now.
first. You heard it here first. Miles
Yes.
Bridges, watch out.
We'll see. It's in the archives right now.
Love
That's
it. Love it, man.
We need a
um
big man, bro. We need a freaking big, or the Hornets need a big man.
yeah. What they have the Celtics old bench coach, right? Assistant coach or whatever.
Oh no, they had the Celtics.
Yeah.
What's his
Yeah.
name? I forgot his name.
Or the
Charles
freaking Hornets coach is garbage, bro.
What?
Who's the Celtics?
We're doing good then.
What's his name? I forgot his name.
Charles
Uh,
Lee.
Charles
Charles,
Lee.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Charles
the
from
Lee.
the he's
you guys,
from the Atlanta
Yeah,
Hawks.
you guys
He's
see
so
no, he's
garbage,
from the
bro.
Celtics last year.
he's
He
from the
was
Celtics.
yeah.
He was with the Atlanta Hawks too, though.
Yeah, but did you hear what happened with him and Joe Mazzulla? It was
Yeah,
after
he's like, yeah, he came in the locker room and tried to give me a hug.
and he was like, I said no. Nope. I was trying,
I
but
said no.
I
I
said
didn't
no.
see that.
He was like,
Yeah, send him back to Boston, man.
we'll take him. We'll
Yeah,
take
he'll
him.
do better with Boston.
We'll
I
take him
want him to
back.
go back to Boston. Respectfully, it's just like, dude, like I don't. Nobody's gonna want to coach the Charlotte Hornets because they're a small organization. I
Oh
would be
yeah.
hype
Dude,
as a
I,
head
I think
coach.
that's a great job to take, bro. Like,
Right, exactly.
you can
Like,
bring the
dude, this
Hornets to
is
the promised land, bro.
like, do you see,
What the
like, bro,
fuck?
like the Panthers, they're a small organization. They're starting to do good. You see QB1 on the court side, Bryce Young.
You could be
Anyways,
a whole savior, bro, with Melo and fucking Brandon. Miller.
Brandon Miller, yes, bro.
I do. I love Mark Williams too, bro. That dude's a dog. I love Mark
Mark
Williams.
Williams is a dog, but man cannot stay healthy, bro.
Yeah.
I have to say something. Jack, I messed with that picture in the background with Smart in it.
Oh,
Oh, of
I love
course,
that
bro.
picture.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah, I
because
love
Smart
that.
Smart owns
what you call it?
Joel Embiid, bro. It's Smart. Hey,
Where's, can I flip
look,
this
I
shit?
feel like if we still had Smart, man, that boy, whew, he's the one that
Hold
humbled
up.
Joel Embiid the
We
most
got
against the Celtics.
Yeah.
I got some
Hey,
signatures on this shit. Can you
Yo, look at his
oh,
face.
sign this shit?
He's just like,
Fucking Brad Stevens, Blake Griffin signed this shit back in the day.
oh
no.
wow.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I fucking handed it to what you call it? It was so funny. I was at this is the home opener when
Sick.
the year we lost to Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Marcus Smart don't like John Morant. It would.
No, hell no.
Oh
But
nah.
dude, I handed it to the Blake just came up and signed it. Then Brad walked by and I tried to get him to sign it, and he's like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, Blake signed it, and he's like, you did? I'm like, yeah, and he fucking tossed in the Sharpie, and I'm like, it was money.
That's sick, bro. Yo, speaking of that, I had to show you guys. Speaking of Blake Griffin, we got the Blake Griffin right here.
Oh yes, sir.
I had to.
Bro, I wish I would
Yo,
have went to like a game when Blake Griffin was a player there,
I
bro.
went to a.
I went to the home opener that year versus
Yeah.
Philly.
Yo, I'm wearing this.
Yeah, that's
I'm
that's
wearing
one.
this
Yeah.
on the podcast. next.
Nah, you got the jersey
Yeah,
too,
Jack.
Griffin.
Well, what's my name? My name's Griff. I have
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
Heard
Yeah.
up,
Blake
heard up.
Griffin
That's
Celtic
sick.
jersey. I
I
got
wish
him.
we brought him back, man, for that
Me
year we
too,
won the
bro.
shit. I'm
I
so
wish
mad.
I wish he decided to stay run it back.
That's sick.
Dude,
The picture, I like
I
that.
mean,
Jordan Walsh.
yeah, I'm getting Jordan, bro. I'm getting
He has a
Jordan
clean
Wash's
auto.
jersey.
It's like
Yeah,
JW. I
Jordan,
like
bro.
that.
I'm telling you, Jordan Wash
Biggest
is the
things.
future.
That's fire.
Yeah, gotta get him. And then last,
Jordan Wash should be a starter in 4 years.
Money.
Drew Holiday.
Oh, IT. Is that IT?
No, it's actually Drew Holiday.
Drew.
Yo,
No, I didn't
IT liked my post that I just tagged him in. IT,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, where?
I know I was kind of like fanning out. I was like, no, IT. just
Isaiah
liked my post.
Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is my favorite Celtics player of all times. Love that
He's up
guy.
there, bro. He's in my top 3.
Man, that day Midget would come to Charlotte and whoop up on the Hornets, and I would always watch when the Celtics came to town, and that's
He
when I
played
just
for Charlotte
started.
for a little bit, I think
Yes,
too.
he did exactly, and I'm the one that helped get the chance of Isaiah Thomas started around Spectrum Center. Man,
That's
look, he is the reason why I found love for Boston. It was between the Boston Celtics and the Hornets, and studying that player and just watching him lead the way and watching more and more Celtics basketball. Dude, I didn't before I even like when I became a fan of the Celtics, I didn't even know about their history like that until
Yeah,
like after
Yeah.
I became a fan. So yeah, Isaiah Thomas, man, that guy.
go
1 day, can he get a 1 day contract, please, for the Celtics to
right, bro.
retire?
I
Jeez.
wish.
Retire
Oh,
his number at the end of his career, man.
Please, bro. Please.
yeah, that would be sick.
All right, so we have like about 5 minutes left. So I just wanted to say we already kind of covered the Nuggets game, anyways. Big win to kind of finish it off.
Yeah.
And then 2 games coming up. I just want to hear our predictions, then we go off about Celtics again. But we play the Kings tomorrow, and then next podcast will be next Wednesday. So we have Saturday off, and then we play the Pelicans on Sunday, and then we don't play till Wednesday. So who you guys got? Let's go through. We'll start off with Kyle again. What's our record next time we're on here?
2-0.
Do you think so? You're
Yeah.
29-10?
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, definitely
bro,
2-0.
bro, the Pelicans are for sure win.
I don't.
I
The
I,
mean, yeah,
Kings,
they are.
come on now.
They're
Bro,
bad.
the Kings, I'm not gonna lie, the Kings are going to
They're
give us a
tough.
run.
oh
The
yeah.
They
Kings,
for
we're
sure.
going to beat the Kings, but it's going to be a high scoring game.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I don't even think DeMar DeRozan is going to like really go off. I think it's more of like De'Aaron Fox, bro. Like that man,
He's so tough. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah, he's
The
very
bonus is
underrated.
good too, though.
Very
The
underrated.
bonus is
he's
pretty.
been playing good this year.
I could
Nobody
see Jimmy
talks
going
about
there
him.
too, though.
Dude,
I
did
I
you
could see
see
them trading De'Aaron for Jimmy.
earlier in the
Whoa,
season? That's
whoa. He,
Sacramento does
I
that, bro.
want
They prepare
Sabonis.
to burn
Sabonis,
down
come
gold.
to the Celtics.
Oh, that's bad timing. Shit.
That would be nice.
Sabonis,
That would be
Sabonis,
nice.
can you
Yeah.
come to the Celtics, please?
I trade
Uh,
KP for Sabonis.
I would.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
I
would.
definitely do that.
I don't think the Kings are doing that, but I'd love that. That'd
Yeah, I love
I,
that.
I would like that. Yeah. All
that'd
right.
be
Ryan, you got 2-0.
Yeah, of course. I mean, 2-0. I mean, don't be worried that Zion Williamson's back in the lineup. I'm sure he'll be back on the injury report here soon.
He slimmed down. I saw a picture of him. He slimmed down a little bit.
Bro,
Zion.
Yeah, he slimmed
windmill
down.
He did like some windmill shit between the legs or some shit. I don't know exactly.
I'm not
Put him
going
in
to
the dunk
lie.
competition. Put him in.
Yeah,
Deontay,
Yeah,
dude,
they gotta put him in there.
the most feared player that I have against the Pelicans is Deontay Murray. That man always
Yeah,
plays good against the
Yeah.
Celtics.
yeah,
he
yeah.
does.
He gamed
He
us
does.
last year.
Is he even
Yes.
back though? Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
I
Yeah,
think he's back. Yeah.
Oh, oh wow. All right. Jack, what do you got us being?
I probably got 2-0. I mean, Sacramento will. That's a game where if like the Celtics don't come in there guns blazing, just like focused, locked in, it's like they could get away from them early. I think, like they're a quick team, man. Fox is maybe the most underrated player in the league. To be honest with you, that dude's a bucket, and I still remember. I think it was in like November or something. He dropped like 60, and then he dropped like 40 the next game or something. It was like
Yeah, exactly.
dude's
Bro, I'm telling you, like the Kings just don't even get talked about as much, just
don't.
like the Charlotte Hornets. It don't make sense.
don't, man. They're
If
nice.
I had to pick a second favorite team, the Kings would be it. I just like. I
Yeah,
just like what
they should. I can't
do.
believe they fired Mike Brown.
What was that?
I know.
They fired Mike Brown.
I'm sad.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
literally
crazy.
sad.
Yeah.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Like, who's over their
They're
organization?
just they're
I
and they
do.
have a good team. They have like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like literally, like the best signing, the best upgrade that the Celtics have made in the past 5 years is moving, or 4 years is moving Brad Stevens to the GM office because we would not be in this situation if we would have just fired him as the head coach.
Yeah, Jack. Thank you.
Right,
See ya.
fellas. Appreciate
Show
it.
us the
Peace.
tattoo next time. Show us the tattoo.
Word. I got you.
Yeah, appreciate it.